Star saying that's all sounds good. We've got XRL Peachy saying Riot's tag is in, and Emu's just cut that corner there. Just caught that. We're going to get a bit further down the road because
XRL line has just started a lap actually. Got into Sandovo and all four wheels off on the inside. So if the game has not discounted that one, I'm pretty sure we'll be in a position to ourselves. Because, of course, the thing about Sandovo is it's a blind entry. You know, you got the curb, but it's the exit the pit lane to the right. So it's so easy to go over that, especially in race trim when you've got fat with fuel. Into Mirabeau 1 as XRL Lightning gets quite nice on the entry there. And then it's this annoying hairpin at lows. Just misses the apex, but in this rain, that's wise thing to do. Stay away from those curves is my advice.
I'm on board with his teammate right now, F1 Nige. Oh, and he had a moment there going just before the tunnel.
Well, XRL Lightning actually hit the wall there. Well, didn't damage his car. Coming down towards the Nouvelle chicane. He's managed to avoid drifting too wide. Just made the chicane is so tight in there. And with the rain, I bet it's absolutely horrible. And now we're into the back. You can take this flat if you're really brave, but there is a bump in the middle, so you've got to make sure you've got balls of steel to go that way. Through the chicane, and he's managed to avoid cutting it this time. Hopefully he can keep it on for the race. And we're into the very tight Rascas corners. So annoying, it's very, very narrow, very, very tight, and needs to damage the car. And onto the straight lines, coming in at 117, 118, this really is not good at all.
I don't really know what we're expecting in the wet, but I'm on board with F1 Nige, and he is going to do it at 121 dead, so that puts him currently P2. He's just... The car behind him actually went faster. LGS is currently in P4 on his second lap. I'd just fuel the cars up. Just put 6 or 7 laps in and just keep pumping in laps around here.
That's it. Put it into lean and just keep going. Let the grip come to the tyres. You're not going to use them in the race, so you might as well. Confused Emu is going to cross the line. He does a 1:23.1. Expected better from Emu, but he could be running a fully dry setup. And if you are doing that, you're going to be compromised. Nuts is 91 in his third drive. They're going into Casino Square at the moment. He's taken the line, actually quite good there. Managed to use the throttle quite well. We've got a car showing us white on the map. I don't know why that is. That's a bit unusual.
No,
going through Mirabeau. And into lows. Nuts is 91. Always rode over the inside curve. That's to get completely out of the gas there. If you do that in the rain, you are going to go sideways.
I'm on board with the league's new boy, T Matable. He's actually currently P9 on a 23.3, so he's a bit down. But this lap's looked okay. He's hit the wall going through Casino, but the rest of the lap has been reasonably clean. I'm going to keep on board with him here. He's actually just been knocked down to P10.
Well, that's called Andy's currently running in P8 in the qualifying roll. I'm on board with him now. Coming into the Nouvelle chicane, got on the brakes nice and late. He's gone too late, and he's gone straight through the chicane. So that lap time definitely will not count. His current lap time is a 1:21.8, and I think he realises it's not going to count. He's backed off going into the swimming pool, and there's some debris on the track there where someone's gone too hot into the back and wrote off the chassis. There's also some on the pit straight as well, so there's wings all over the track here.
That was T
91 goes P7 on a 1:21.5.
That was T Matable who broke his wing. He just got a little bit of a slip on the exit of the last corner and he just broke the wing, but he improved to a 22.3, so about a second quicker.
XRL Lightning's improved off screen onto a 20.7. He's on his second lap now, trying to go down towards the Nouvelle chicane. Again, he's on the brake, all sighted by the Lotus there, and he's very nearly gone off the track. Just about caught it, and the Lotus did get well out of the way there. Excellent driving by the newcomer. Into the back, he's got on the gas nice and clean through the corner. Found traction in the rain here into the swimming pool chicane, and he's gone over the inside on 4 wheels. Once again, you have to stick to the track limits here. We are looking out for those penalties. Coming through the final corner, is he going to improve his time? If he does, it's not going to count. And he has improved. He's not improved. It's a 1:20.7.
20.7 is a decent time though. On board with Connor going down the start finish, and he's currently oh, that must have been a corner cut because he did the time but it didn't go when he crossed the line. So LGS is pole on the 19.7. That is rapid.
That's gone down the end of the moment. Coming into the swimming pool chicane. He's on a second lap. He's just had to ride over the bollard which got dislodged at the swimming pool chicane. That will cost him at least half a second because he got totally out of the gas into the Rascas corner, and he's gone straight into the pits.
That is the problem.
Drivers not opting to stay out there at the moment. They all seem to be wanting to change tyres. The rain has not stopped. It's not continued to lighten in any way. XRL Lightning, he's on another lap here. Coming into the Nouvelle chicane, he's gone and brow brakes himself, but managed to get on the gas at the right time. Stay within the lines, being nice and respectful of the rules. Into Tabak now, got off the gas. Oh, he's hit the wall on the outside and damaged the outside of his wing. He's coming into the swimming pool chicane. The lack of downforce has caused him once again to go over the inside of the swimming pool, and that time is also not invalid.
Well, I'm on board with Connor. This seems a lot cleaner this lap from what I've seen, but the timing's not fantastic.
Well, he's coming into Raskas. He's been unsighted there by one of the cars ahead of him. That will have hurt his downforce. He's got to be out of shape in the final corner.
This is not bad.
But the lap time looks quite competitive on a 1:20.6. That's a good lap time.
That's a good lap for Connor. He's been struggling in this division, and he's currently put himself P5, so that's a decent position.
We're trying to find someone who's actually on the lap of the one. F1 Nige just restarted, going for a casino square. His current lap time 1:20.1. He's good enough for P2 at the moment. He's coming down to Mirbo. There's a lot of traffic in this section of the track here. He's on Sauber ahead of him on one of the Ferraris. Going into the lows hairpin, he's got nice and close to the apex without touching the curb. That's good driving from Nige. Coming through towards the tunnel. Ooh. And again, he's still got his traffic holding him up. It's not a nice place, this. And the Sauber and the Ferrari appear to be on laps as well.
I don't think Connor's on a lap. That's Connor going down past the tunnel in front of him. I'm not sure.
Going into the Nouvelle chicane. Has F1 Nigel brakes himself? No, he's just got in the right position there. That's very, very good. Coming on the outside now. The problem is this is going to be hurting his downforce. He can't get out. He's gone too close to the wall, damaged the wing. As the top of the turbulent air, just throwing him off into a swim hole chicane, but he's been nice and clean there. Found plenty of grip. Don't know where he's got that from. Into the Raskas corner now, and again, the Sauber is really holding him up here, but the Sauber's on a lap, and everyone now decides to box and abort the lap.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was a deliberate hold-up. I don't think he really got that close, but, you know, it doesn't help.
Well, into Mirabel chicane is Sean Bean 22. He's on a 1:20.2 as a third driver. Really got the pace around here at Monte Carlo, it seems. Into the Lowe's higher pitch on the same line as F1 Nige, getting close to the apex without touching the curb. Coming through the next two corners towards the tunnel. You've got to be careful that you don't hit the wall on the outside there. It's so easy to do. And then, of course, it's dry here in the tunnel, so you're losing grip all the time as your tyre temperature climbs, and then it's back onto the water, so it can be difficult to find traction. We're going through the chicane at Nouvelle. He's managed to do that quite well. Bit of wheel spin on the exit, but not enough to totally ruin his lap. Into the back corner, and he's taken that beautifully. Got very close to the wall. Over the chicane, rumble straight, taking as much as he can get away with. Into the swim pool chicane, got very quickly near the apex, avoided the bollard, and into Raskas corner. This looks like quite a hot lap, this. Got on the inside, kept close to the wall, had to get out the gas and too much understeer, but found beautiful traction through the final corner. Is he going to improve? This looks very promising. Got too close to the wall there, but he has improved to a 1:19.7.
That is a fantastic lap from Sean. He loves this track. He's won in F1 as a third driver already this season, remember, at Bahrain, so...
XRL has yes on a lap, but it's not a good one. Going through the final corner, he's already passed his lap time, and he's got a damaged front wing as well. If there's one track in the world where you don't want to be missing end plates, it's Monaco. It's
F1 Nige is gone on the intermediate tyres.
Well, this will be interesting. I'm going to follow him when he's out lap then. Oh, he's got McLaren on the outside of the pit lane. He can't hold him up. He's managed to avoid that. Now, I'm on board with F1 Nige. I want to see how his traction is.
Exactly.
Doesn't sound like he's getting on the gas very well. Oh, he's slipping and sliding. This looks like it's the wrong call. Yeah, that's not good traction at all. He's slipping. Oh, he has damage on the wall there. One of the Red Bulls starting with the wall on the outside, damaging the wing. Oh, this is horrible traction from F1 Nige. He's got absolutely no grip. This was a gamble, and it's backfired massively. Next time I'll just meanwhile, he's into the Nouvelle chicane, understeered horribly close to the tyre wall, but just been able to recover it. Into the back corner, understeered again, nearly lost a second end plate, literally kissed the wall into the swimming pool corner, and he's gone very close to going on 4 off. Just about legal there, but he's really struggling with understeering this McLaren now. Going into the pit at the back and into Raskas, and he's gone straight into the box. He's not wanting to carry on any further. F1 Nige is currently going through on those intermediates, and his wheel spin out of the back was horrible. He's really not got the grip in that car at the moment, but who knows, the conditions may improve. And he's also been followed Connorized. Conor Rice has taken the same gamble.
I know, why? Right, should we have a look at the timings whilst most of the cars are in the pit? A second covering the top 6, or 7 even.
Well, meanwhile, Spinny Lab, 66, he's on a lap at the moment in the McLaren. He's in the wet tyres, currently in P6 on a 120.7. Competitive time, heading down towards Mirabeau. He may be about a second off the pace at this point, but then again, we don't know what the grip's like towards the end of the lap. Into Lowe's hairpin, taking a nice wide karting line, kissed the apex on the curb, but got away with it. In towards the tunnel, got on the gas quite well there, found some good traction, and heading into the underpass now into the dry line. Must be horrible coming here with moisture on your tyres and then finding you've got no grip at all. Gets through the tunnel nice and well, in towards the Nouvelle chicane, on the brakes, gets very close to the apex, takes that absolutely beautifully though.
Perfect.
That might have gained us some time there. Coming towards Tabac, let's see how brave he is here. Quite brave, getting on the gas halfway through and using the wheel spin to find grip. Into the swim pull chicane, can he avoid going on 4 tyres off? Yes he can. This looks pretty hot as well for Smitty. Into the Rascas corner, getting close to the wall in the second part. Beautifully taken into the final corner. A little extra wheel spin at the outside. That will have ruined his traction, but he's got down no curves to push him along. Is this an improvement to the time? Yes, it is, a 20.4.
So that's put him into P5, and that, yeah, it's found him a couple of places on the grid so far.
F19's gone straight back on the wet tyres. As we called, he had simply no grip.
Don't blame him.
XRL lining, he's down in 7th place on a 127.2. Oh, he's gone too wide on the outside and he's lost both the end plates of that Mercedes. This car will be understeering like an 18-wheeler at the moment. Going through Swimple chicane, he's found the grip into the Rascas corner. Oh, he's really struggling there. And he's not going into the box. He simply has no time. He's got to make do with what he's got over the final start finish. Has he had any pace at all? Not on this lap. Conor Rice has also gone back out on the wet tyres. He's got a minute to make it round and he's not even into Casino Square. I don't think he's going to get another lap.
Oh, it's extremely tight, isn't it? Oh, I wouldn't like to say.
Spinny Lad on a second lap here. Is he going to bang? I don't think he's actually got a competitive lap. No, I think he's backed out of this.
So his teammate LGS is on the middle of a lap at the moment. He's currently P2 with a 19.7. I'm going to stick on board with him.
Well, that's Jambo. He's in 4th place on a 20.3. Got a bit of oversteer through Casino Square, but managed to crack him an armful of opposite lock into the Mirabeau corner, and he's oversteered a little wide, but he's got away with that. Down towards Lowe's hairpin. Can he find any grip on the inside? No, he takes the karting line. Kind of brave thing to do, because this game's not coded properly for that, but it's on decent grip.
LGS getting rather deep at the Nouvelle chicane, but he keeps going.
Well, that's Jambo's just coming into the Nouvelle chicane himself, and he's getting into the 100 metre, but breaking a little late there, but he's managed to just stop the car. Very good car control, but he lost it on the exit of the chicane. No grip in the back of that Force India.
LGS isn't going to improve, but he stays out. I wonder why that is. I don't think this is an improved lap. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about because he's about to go over the line. And it is an improvement. It's by a 10th.
But in the meantime, the Rascas corner, Jambo looks a little out of shape here, and as a box that aborted the run. So he's decided he's obviously safe at the moment. Nutters 91, he's out there, but I don't think he's going to improve here. Going for the swimming pool chicane, he's currently at 108. I'd say that's about a second and a half off. He's started to weave his tyres as well, bizarrely. No good in the rain, that. Can Ice Cold Andy improve? He's on a 120.2, flying through to back. He's kissed the outside wall, but got away with that damage in the car, and the inside wall before the swimming pool. He's all-out attack here. He wants to go really aggressive into the Rascas corner, just takes the car to lie a little wide, but the time looks pretty strong to me. Going for the final corner, he's taken half his curves. Can he push himself along? Is this going to defront the top of the table? It's a 119!
Oh, half a
119-1!
Absolutely unbelievable there.
And Sean Bean goes second on a 119.6. The GP2 third driver punching above his weight. XRL GS is third and XRL Lightning fourth.
Well, we should come to expect it from Ice Cold Andy, and it's good that he hasn't lost connection yet, but we don't know what's going to happen in the race.
Almost Sebastian Vettel-like in the way that he pulled that out at literally the last moment. That literally was last man over the line. get the best grip possible. You can sometimes get away with that, and he certainly seems to have done well here at Monte Carlo. But of course, that was all in the rain. In the race, it's going to be dry. Is the downforce setup going to be dry setups, or have people gambled on it being wet? We'll only find out. It's 78 laps here at Monaco as well, viewers. So it's going to be a bit of an endurance, a marathon, not a sprint. And it's going to be difficult to pick the pace. But with Ice Cold Andy finding half a second in the wet, it's going to be hard to look past him.
If he doesn't lose connection, like he has over the last couple of races, I fully expect him to go and take a win. However, he's lost connection the last couple of weeks, and it does always play in your mind. And on a track like this, it's not what you need.
It's not only that, though. We also have the other issue, the simple fact that the tyres here, the soft and the super soft, will they wear out quickly being a track like this, or will they be in a position that gives them the better grip? And don't forget as well, the walls are very, very close here. We're going to be racing on 100% fuel tanks. We've got Sam DeVoe. Who knows what's going to happen into that corner at the start of the lap. Anything is possible. It's going to be 78 laps, marathon, not a sprint here in Monte Carlo. Get on the comments, give us your views. We'll try and get through as many as possible. Hopefully we'll have some exciting street circuit action for you coming very shortly.
Well, one corner that definitely that I think about around here, especially on the heavy fuel load, is going down to the Nouvelle chicane. If you get any curve on the right-hand side going down the hill, you lock up, and it's very, very hard to get the car to stop before you get a penalty for going over the whole chicane. So
that's
if
the situation.
I've had that a few times. You can't stop the car very easily, and someone's ready up.
Sam DeVoe has the same. Sam DeVoe also has the same kind of challenge, because you're getting onto the high-speed straight, as high as you can possibly get in Monaco anyway, and then with the fact that's on the pit lane exit, you've actually got the curb and then a huge amount of runoff on the inside. It's so easy, because it's such a blind entry there, to go in a millimetre too close and get the warnings. 100% race distance, that can easily transpire into a penalty.
Right, so we are here live for 100% of Monaco. Dual cast, me and Pete are going to be doing two separate streams, trying to cover as much as we possibly can. Carnage is about to ensue. Star thinks, well, let's hope not, but these are the best drivers in our league. Hopefully they'll do their job well, but let's go out onto the track. There we go, Ice Cold Andy. They've had Force India having a reasonable qualifying session there.
Indeed, a good power performance. Now, of course, the situation we've got here is 78 laps. It's a long way to go, and we're waiting on the grid for the 5 lights. After that, we are going to be racing here in Monte Carlo. Lights out and they're off.
We've got to get...
Ice Cold Andy again, a good start into Sam DeVoe. Sean B goes on the outside of XRL, yes. And Sean B is forced wide. XRL Lightning goes up into second place.
What a
Sean
start
B
from
is
Lightning
looking
there.
to get through for LGS. Can he filter through to the top of Casino Square? This is going to be a tight corner, this, but I don't think he's been able to make the corner stick. XRL Lightning getting the drop on everyone. XRL, yes, trying to look on the inside of Sam DeVoe and down towards Lowe's. Can he make this move stick? No, he's got contact there from the backup figure, Sean Bean in the Red Bull, and he's under massive pressure now from Ex-Jambo in the Force India.
That's what you expect on the primes. Now, something's happened further back, because look what the difference is between...
Oh, there's a huge gap. There's about 3 or 4 seconds. T. Matterbull's in 6th place. He started 11th. And Nutters 91 touches the back of the diffuser, and T. Matterbull going through the chicane at Nouvelle, but just about gets away with that. And Nutters 91 is now under massive pressure as a confused Emu, also on the brown tyres, splitting the strategy down at Ferrari, and he's winning with the pressure of Swinbull chicane. Emu's got much better drive, but he touched the back of the Ferrari as Nutters 91 goes wide at Rascaf. And Emu goes up the inside into the final corner, getting the distinct cut.
Oh, that's a move
from
McLaren there. Smithy
unbelievable for Smitty one. He's just taken full advantage. Fernando Alonso-esque. Absolutely fantastic. And Emu's gone off and collided with Sandoval. Both the Ferraris follow Smitty one through. Unbelievable catastrophic error for Emu in the Red Bull. Disaster on the second lap.
But he hasn't lost any of his wing. It was just a complete lock-up. Now, Nige got a penalty, or he's had a wing change. We'll have to get his views on that after the race. But he might have something to battle with if he can catch up to Emu there. But look at the leader. Look at the leader in Andy. He's off again.
Scott Andy has just dropped him, hasn't he? He's got the drop on him and gone, I'm out of here. And meanwhile, Smittywan is all over the back now of LGS, trying to catch up to that McLaren. Because he's on the prime tyres, the pace is going to be different, but at the same time, because of the lack of dirty air that's coming from the back of XRL Lightning, LGS goes, and Lightning hits the wall, damages his end plates, he gets into the inside of Rass Cass. Oh, LGS thinks about trying to undercut him there, but there's just not enough room into the final corner, and as LGS hits the wall, Sean B's on the outside. Is he going to try and take him into Sandoval? This is going to be the last of the brake breakers here. Can he make the car stop? No, just not enough room. LGS squeezing him wide, but he's trying to get a run up to the top of Casino Square. This is, oh, the Emu's disqualified. Emu's out of the session.
Get him in, get him in.
I mean, our Jambo has almost hit the back of Sean Bean, who wall riding round Casino Square, and he got terminal understeer.
I tell you what that was. Sean on my screen lagged literally just in front of Jambo. That's
and it's Team Matable now is in 5th place.
He's having a good race. He's on the options. He's lapping just as good, if not better, than the guys in the lead or this battle for P2.
Jambo may have had some lag there or been badly contacted because he's lost a load of time on Team Matable. He's down in 6th place, being chased down by Smittywan, and Smittywan is on the prime tyres, lapping in the 117s. That's sensational pace.
Him and Sean are both lapping fantastically on those prime tyres. Sean's got track position though.
Sean Bean 117.3 as well, so the prime tyre's looking to be about a second off the pace, but LGS now has got a fantastic run. He's got the DRS open down towards Sandoval. Has he got the route to move last late breakers charge? Surely not here, but a look up there from XRL Lightning. Oh, a bit of tail having over LGS, but he just gets away with that.
XRL Star and Chris just sort of, they're wondering if you have neighbours.
if I do, they're not knocking on my door just yet. XRL Lightning now, we're getting out of shape towards Mirabeau, but LGS is just not able to follow him through there, and Sean B's catching up to the back of these guys. There's a 3-car train as XRL LGS gets a better drive off Sandoval, of those, but he's just not close enough. But XRL Lightning's made a mistake into the tunnel. We're going to see some side-by-side action here. LGS thinks about it. He's taking a look up the inside. This is brave stuff. Coming down towards Newville. Is he going to be able to stop the car? Lightning just filters ahead of him. Well, you got to give him credit for trying and force his way through here. This is almost Perez-like at Monaco.
Team Matable is starting to close on them. He's only about a second off.
XRL LGS has just hit the wall to back and lost an end plate. So Sean B's going to be sizing him up now. This is one of the problems with this track. Look at how many laps still to go. 74, and you've got damage to your wing. You don't want to pit now. It's far too early. So these guys are going to have to suffer with the loss in downforce.
Team Matable's just at a 15.4 while the others are 2 seconds slower. He is now on the back of these guys.
We've got a 4-way dance, Malaysia and Monaco. Do we really want to see that? Yes, we do. Going through Casino Square, Sean Bean trying to get onto the back of LGS. And LGS, meanwhile, has got a great run on the back of Lightning. He's not thinking about moving down to Mirabeau. He's just too far away to try out down moving to Lowe's. But if you can stick to the back of the Mercedes, if you can get a good drive out of the tunnel, he might be able to do him down towards the Newville chicane. If he can get the car stopped with the loss of that wing downforce. Using his curves a little bit just to try and get close to the back of the Mercedes in the tunnel. And there's the drag, but the straight's just too short. And he's had to filter out of the move as Lightning goes over very near to the wall, very nearly clattered the inside there. It's so easy to get drifted wide into the back. LGS understeers due to the dirty air coming towards the swimming pool. There's no way you can overtake here. It's too ambitious a move. Lightning getting out of shape on the second part of the swimming pool chicane though, and that might mean if he can get a good line through here from the Rascas, he may be able to have a look down towards Sandoval. And he's saved half his curves as well. LGS is the best chance he's got. There goes the flat, there goes the curves. He's pulling out of the slipstream to the left. Is he going to try and take him on the outside? No, he's just too far behind.
Bit of a look up from Lightning.
Oh, well, LCS has got a great run here. Is he going to try and go the inside towards Casino Square? He forced him out for half a second, but bailed out of it very quickly. There's only one line through there. That will be the bravest move I've ever seen.
Look how far Andy is ahead.
Andy's just run away from these guys because they're all tripping over each other. I mean, look at this. You've got Sam as well, who's had to stop completely in lows. He has that much more pace. He almost went square to the back of Sean and had to literally stop and put the handbrake on. See, Massimo's really punching above his weight here for a Davidson at 1:15.4. That's excellent pace.
He is 4/10 off Andy's best time.
And we see the pace Andy's got here. That's an amazing performance.
He's just now in this sort of situation where he's being held up, maybe, from these guys.
That's one of the problems in Monaco. We saw it in the real-life race this year. You saw when Rosberg and Vettel were lapping something like 3 seconds slower than everybody else. And even the likes of the Marussios were complaining they were being held up. XRL, yes, DRS, and Kerr's active. But look at the drop that Lightning's got on him now. He's not going to get anywhere near him. And in the meantime, Sean Bean drifted off towards the back of him there as he gets very close to the wall, LCS. That's how you got to take Monaco, but boy, do you have to be brave.
Smithy's now having a look at Jambo. He's just a little bit too far going up to Casino, so we'll try and get back to him in a little bit. But Connor in P8, he's not doing too bad. Let's go a bit further back. It's the Ferrari of Nutters in P9. F1 Nige, he's nearly lapped.
That's unbelievable. Lap 7, that's not even 10% race distance. That's unbelievable. In fact, it's not even 9% distance. Oh, mistake with Sean Bean. He hit the wall coming out of the corner towards the tunnel, and T. Massimo's on the inside, and he's actually managed to pass him in the tunnel. I've never seen that before. Down towards the Nouveau chicane, can he get the car stopped? Oh, he's had to go over the inside of the chicane, and that's to let Sean Bean back through.
I missed all of that, apart from when it got to the actual chicane. Oh, man. He's lost a bit of his end plate on the right-hand side, I should say.
Meanwhile, LGS is all over the back of Lightning now. Lightning's really struggling. Going out of the final corner, Lightning understeers wide towards the wall. There goes the DRS, there goes the Kurz. Can LGS get close enough? Can he get a look down towards Sandoval? You're talking about the inside. Oh, he's just too far behind the curving nature of that corner. But he's got a great drive off Sandoval, going up towards Casino Square. He's weaving left and right. XRL Lightning won't let him past. And he's had to bail out on the move at the top of Casino Square. Heading out towards Mirabeau, XRL, yes, only fractions of a tenth behind Lightning. These guys are so close. They're battling hammer and tongs here, going into the low hairpin. XRL, yes, trying to widen a line, try and find more drive, but he just can't get the job done.
Lightning's doing a very good job, P2 for the Mercedes team. And he's now lapped Nige. So he's
That's unbelievable.
He's found, what, 7 seconds on him in a lap? What? Where's Nige losing all this time? I'm going to watch him, because it doesn't look that bad.
Meanwhile, XRL, yes, still trying to get so close to the back of XRL Lightning. Oh, both guys clatter the wall at the back. They're hanging their asses over the ragged edge here. All the guys trying hard as possible. Please keep your comments coming in, viewers. We'll do what we can to get through them, neighbours and all. Now heading through the Rascas corner, XRL, yes, getting a good drive at the final turn, but he's made a mistake, understeered towards the wall, and Lightning's just been able to get the drop on him and pull away.
I'm just sticking on board with Nige. He doesn't look like he's doing anything wrong. Maybe he's just playing the long game. Cars may get destroyed. He may safety car may come out, he'll be back in the game, or people might retire, but other than that, I don't understand where it's all going wrong.
It does seem very uncharacteristic for F1 Nige. It really does not feel like the kind of driver we saw last season, and he's not having the best of seasons this year in Excite Racing League. Of course, he was robbed of that victory in Bahrain when he made that catastrophic mistake, and ever since then he's not been the same driver. XRL, yes, coming towards the back of the tunnel. He's thinking about a look down towards the Nouveau chicane. XRL Lightning goes defensive to the inside. Has that compromises entry. No, Lightning finds the grip and maintains position.
It's a decent race for P2 to 9, really. They were really close. Undercuts is what's going to do it.
Yeah, pit stop strategy is going to be big here at Monaco. Again, it's meant to be low tyre wear, but we're on the softest compounds. Who knows how long they'll last? But XRL LGS activates the DRS, activates the Kurz. He's closer than he's ever been to the back of XRL Lightning, but he's still not close enough to get a run down towards Sandoval. The straight is simply too short. People always say that one of the things about Monaco is that it's almost impossible to overtake, and LGS is certainly proving that today. He's hassling the back of XRL Lightning like a bouncer at the nightclub. He's getting all over the back of this guy, and he's just not able to get him out of his way. XRL Lightning getting a little out of shape there in the corner just before the hairpin down towards the tunnel, but he's managed to recover some grip there as LGS thrusts a little wide. Heading down towards Nouvelle Chicane, LGS is a bit too far back here to make a move at this point. He may have to hold on to try and get a good drive out of Raskas and hopefully be close enough down towards Sandoval.
He's held a lot of his curves back. If he can nail this last sector.
But that's the tricky thing, because the last sector's so hard. With the tightness of the swim pool chicane, followed by the tightness of Raskas, it's so easy to get that critical understeer and lose 2 or 3 tenths and ruin your chances. Getting into the final corner, see what I mean? He had to do 2 bites at the corner there, and look at the difference that's put from between him and XRL Lightning.
Even all pretty much 3/4 curves in DRS, he's probably made a tenth on him. A couple of tenths.
Exactly. It just shows how short the track is. Everyone's at the RPM of the engines at Monaco, instead of being towards, say, 15, 16,000, they're down at 3,500, 4,000. So you're hitting the rev limiter so easily, and therefore, because of the shortness of the straight, you're at lower speeds anyway, and everyone will probably run the shortest gearbox they can, so there's no way to really defend. If you run a higher gearbox here, all you do is give yourself lower acceleration. You don't get anywhere near your top speed. XRL LGS again trying to go down towards the Nouvelle Chicane, trying to get as close to the back, but he's made a massive mistake in the tunnel there, colliding with the wall and had to back out on the move.
I'm going to go drop a little bit further back. We've got Sean Bean and T. Maspel, who've just dropped off these guys a little bit now.
Well, we've got Smitty chasing onto the back of Jambo, actually, and he's about half a second adrift. These two are really pushing each other along. Lap times for Smitty are at the very low end of the 17s. Jambo's very low end of the 16s. Oh, and Smitty started to deflect the bollard, which was rather inconveniently in the middle of the track. He almost went into the back of Jambo there. He just had so much better grip as the prime tyres are holding on. He's not got any curves, but he's really close to the back. But you can see that Jambo saves some here to pull away, and even with DRS, Smitty cannot get close enough into Sandoval.
He's really easy to lock up going into turn 1. That's something I've seen quite a bit so far today. Seeing a lot of locking up on the brakes.
Exactly. It's very bumpy. It's very unsighted. So if you get on the brakes even a fraction of a second late, you are going to lock the inside tyre. So that's one of the problems of Monaco, and that's probably what happened with Emu. Probably got his tyres locked on and just went straight on and hit that very nice, comfortable barrier.
He got disqualified, but he hasn't joined. So what I'm thinking is he locked up going into Nouvelle Chicane and couldn't stop the car.
Possible. But in the meantime now, Smitty trying to get closer to the back of Jambo, but he's deploying his curves in the tunnel. Well, that's a silly strategy. He's wasted his curves there. What is the point of that?
I don't think Smithy uses his curves well. In most tracks, he uses it all in the first sector. It's something that I've noticed.
He stopped using it all in the first sector, but he doesn't seem to save it for the points where you really need it. If you want to get close to the back of someone in DRS, wouldn't you want an extra 80 horsepower? Meanwhile, we've got someone dive into the box there. Is that Team Matterbull who's dived in? No, it's not.
We've got Jambo diving in as well, so...
XRL LGS in the box. He's been followed by Jambo. So Smitty is going to leapfrog his teammate here. Now the question is, can these guys get the undercut and pull out ahead of the likes of Team Matterbull? And also we've got Sean Bean on the prime tyres. It'll be interesting to see how that affects the race.
I personally think the people who start on option tyres will benefit in the long run because of track position. If you're always undercutting and having the lead, when you're on the primes and the others on the options, they've got to get past you somehow. About how they
You've also got to remember one variable that can easily come out on Monaco: the safety car.
Exactly. I think that's the only thing that gives you a positive towards using prime tyres. It obviously gives you a longer window, but you can't really predict when the safety car is going to come out.
It's impossible to predict it. Connor Rice is running in P6 on a 116.4. He's about 3 seconds adrift of Smitty. And he's got his teammate Nutters 91 on a 117.1 on the prime tyres. behind him by about another 2 seconds. The field has now spread out. LGS rejoins in 8th place, just going through the Nouvelle Chicane now.
Right, so let's see who we on board. We've got Smithy in P5. T Matable staying out. He's having a really good debut, and he's still in the 16s on the option, so he's still lapping quite well.
A lot of people are taking the swimming pool chicane far too tight and knocking that bollard over and leaving it in the middle of the racing line, which is compromising a lot of drivers' laps. People have got to be wary that they're not causing that all the time, because that could be seen as impeding another driver.
I think Lightning's starting to struggle, you know. Sean's starting to close in, and with LGS pitting, I think that he's got the undercut.
It depends on how much time Lightning's been able to pull out. He may have found a little extra time here, but if he's starting to struggle now, he needs to respond. Unless he's trying to save an extra pit stop. And again, the option tyres can last quite a long time here if you've got the right setup. So if the likes of Team Matable can go to lap 20, they might be able to free stop this, or two-stop this rather than three.
Two-stop, yeah, definitely. I think you've got that little juggling act. What do? Do you go and pit early and do an extra stop round here, or just to try and get some clean air, or do you just play the two-stop game and go long and probably behind?
So Lightning has stayed out. And on the option tyres, he's done a mid-117.
Sean just in the 17s there. I think Team Aspel's starting to close in again on those options.
There he is, actually. He started to close in very quickly.
Right, we're going to go back. I'm going to go back a little bit anyway. We've got Smithy in P5 on his own, but he's not doing too bad. Connor's not far back, and he hasn't pitted yet on the option tyres in P6. P7 in the Nutters. And then you've got P8, who's LGS. Now, LGS could well be held up by Nutters. And right here, that could help Lightning out.
Well, meanwhile, now Team Matable's caught right up near to the back of Sean Bean now. Both cars have just exited the corner almost in single file before the tunnel. And again, ahead of them, XRL Lightning is in touching distance. I would not bet against Team Matable getting a high podium finish here, providing he can keep on the island, because his pace is fantastically strong.
It's decent. I've been trying to get him in for about a week now, and he's finally said yes, and I'm really glad because I think he can win races. I think he might be he'll be in there with Lewis Hamilton and Andy and Nigel Coe. I really do.
Yeah, he's not yet. I don't think he's yet reached the DRS window for Sean Bean. He's just a bit outside that window, but that's still fantastic. Considering the fact that Sean's on the prime tyres going longer, he's made these last 16 laps now.
Exactly, he's making these options go a long way, and he's doing another one as well, so...
I'm on board with him at the moment as he goes through Casino Square, taking a decent line through there. You can definitely tell it's on the manual gears during that clump as he changes it down. It's doing a very good job managing the gearbox. Drifted a little wide in Mirabel, but he used it to his advantage by finding a little extra grip on the outside into the lows hairpin, kisses the apex turn beautifully. And again, he's closing the gap to Sean Bean, maybe 2 tenths taken out on this lap by the looks of it.
So Nutter started on the prime tyres and then put it up 15 laps. Odd.
That's appalling.
That's not good tyre wear, and having said that, Nigel is starting to do a good job. Nutters is not far away, and Andy's going to lap Nutters, but in terms of time lost, since Andy lapped him 10 laps ago, I would say there's not only about 5 seconds in it. He's doing good pace, Nigel. I want to know why he's been so far off it.
I wonder if he had penalties.
I think he got a penalty, but that's not going to... it must be penalties, or he's broken the wing and had a penalty, because one penalty is not going to cause you to be lapped.
No, not round here. It's not that long. Not even a pit stop's that long. But so unfortunately, viewers, the field has started to spread out a little bit. As the drivers' pit stop windows are coming towards the end, we may see the drivers close back towards each other. So in the meantime, please get your comments in on the stream, ask any questions, and we'll try and do our best to get through them. You can ask questions both on Dan's stream on Channel 1, or you can ask them on my stream as well on Channel 2.
Sean Bean starting to close in on Lightning again. That gap's probably only about half a second at the moment, maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
more.
so it's going to be interesting to see how long XRL Lightning stays out here. 17 laps now, so that's a pretty solid distance. And again, if you can get to lap 20 or so, he's in the window there for a two-stop strategy.
Team Matable, he's just dropped off a little bit, but he can still, he's about a second and a half, so he's still in sight of the cars in front.
Going through swimming pool chicane, Sean Bean gets a little wide on the entry, but gets it recovered well through part 2 of the chicane into the Rascas corner. Is Lightning going to box? Is he going to blink? No, he's not. He's going around for another run into the final corner.
Again.
Sean Bean made a big mistake there, and even though he's got DRS, he's not going to get anywhere near him. It's a Sandoval. Sean Bean taking a nice wide line, respecting the track limits very, very well there. Coming out of Sandoval, up towards the hill climb and towards Casino Square. Can he keep the line going? The line's forming on the back of his tyres now. They are starting to wear. He really needs to make these last to around about lap 25, maybe lap 30 if he can. Give himself the best window of opportunity to be able to push on and use the options on the fastest grip time at the end of the race. And meanwhile, Team Matable's made a big climb up there on Sean Bean, actually. The gap has massively closed down. Going through into the tunnel now, that's maybe 7 tenths, 8 tenths between them.
Yeah, we're all just starting to get a bit closer again, aren't they? But LGS will be loving this. I think it's going to be, when all these guys pit, it'll be way out in front. Nutters pitted in good time for him as well. Nutters pitted pretty much LGS was behind and didn't lose much time.
Yeah, if you got the clean air around there, it can be a massive difference maker. But having clean air, you don't wear your tyres out as much. You can run at your own natural pace. And, of course, you can keep yourself controlled in your racing. You don't have to worry about being forced wide, damaging your wings. It's all your own driving. And around the track as narrow, tight and twisty as this, that's a godsend.
Ooh, Sean nearly losing it at the exit of Sandoval.
And Team Matable's seen that, responded by using the curves, and he's closed right in towards Casino Square. He knows he's got to be intelligent here. He can't get the red mist under his eyes and try and overtake him too soon. We saw what happened in the tunnel there. Well, I certainly saw it anyway, when he went a little too far wide, coming out down towards Lowe's. But also Lightning's made a couple of mistakes by the looks of it, because that gap's come down too. These guys are on
they're still on those option tyres as well. Obviously Sean's on the prime, but, you know, Team Matable and Lightning are doing well, going very long.
Again, and if they can keep these going, then they can make save a pit stop, and that might put LGS under massive pressure, especially if they find themselves to fight back from, say, 8th place in the final few laps. Oh, but same with Team Matable, they're clattered the outside wall to back, got away with it, in towards the swimming pool chicane, taking the inside. Oh, he took too much out of that. But the game punished him and removed all his traction. That's one thing that's changed this year from the last game. If you go too close to the inside there, all traction seems to vanish from the car.
Now, Pete, whilst you're here, unfortunately, I'm not going to be about next Sunday.
Really? Where are you going to be then?
Christmas parties all weekend, unfortunately. I've got a work scene on Saturday, and then I've got a long, distant family sort of thing. Unfortunately, cool. So I won't be about next week, so it'll be just you and a commentator, unfortunately for us. And there'll be no pre-show unless I can get the videos made, if there's plenty of overtakes. Overtakes the week is going to be difficult this week.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Harry Smith, having said that, Smithy made a good move at the start of the race.
He made a fantastic move, and also the footage that I've got of Team Matable going side by side through the tunnel was pretty spectacular as well.
Now, I need to start uploading your things to our YouTube channel as well. 2 different views, it's fantastic.
Exactly. So, well, next week you're going to have my comments on the viewers. That should make things interesting. And then we're going to be back, of course. That's Montreal. And after that, we're off to it's Nürburgring, isn't it?
We've got no, it's Silverstone after Canada, but that's going to be on January the 5th week starting, I think. So 3-week break we get around Christmas, which is a good thing.
You get 4, you lucky bugger.
I get 4.
You're not in next week. Oh, mistake for Team Matable. He's clattered the inside wall at Sandoval. He's gone straight in there. He's lost at least 5 seconds.
No. Well, no, I'm still racing. Obviously, just don't do the F1 stream.
And LGS is only 4 seconds behind him.
So I think that's Team Matable's chances at the moment taken away. But LGS must be, it's done 15.3 is his quickest lap on this stint, so he's P2. He is P2 surely, where the other cars are on track.
Well, the other guys are just about to come into the Lightning's just going through the Nouvelle chicane now, and 2 seconds later, Sean Bean follows him. It could be quite tight. It depends on whether they've got any wing damage. I know that we obviously know Team Atable does, but if Sean Bean and also XRL Lightning don't have wing damage, they might just get away with it. If they do have wing damage, they've got no chance.
Definitely, yeah, it takes 2 or 3
LGS looking for a move on the inside of the Team Atable. It's a Rosscastle. He's just had to back out of that. Team Atable giving space and then dives into the box. So LGS has been released with DRS to push him along. Thank you very much, Team Atable, is what he'll be saying.
So Team Atable's in the pit. Nige has overtook Nutters for P9, so he's not propping up the table anymore.
He's not quite bookending the points at this point in the race. Sean Bean drifted a little wide at Mirabel there, but gets away with it. And he's closing down to the back of Lightning, who's not liking his tyres. But then again, this is the 22nd lap on those options. He's really pushing the mileage on those.
To be fair, they're all fresh set of tyres, aren't they? Because we started in...
Even so, 22 laps is a long distance.
21 for Team Atable, that's good. 22.
That's more than a quarter of the race.
15. Nutters did 15 on the prime.
Think about this, 22 laps is more than a quarter of the race distance.
Tyre wear's obviously not as bad as what we thought it might be round here.
Maybe not.
But
speaking of, like, tyre distances, actually, there's one thing I do want to rant about, and that's the idea of mandatory pit stops in 2014's season. Lightning dives into the pits at the end of lap 22. Sean Bean is now running P2, and LGS is currently running in P3, I think. And he's going to, well, P3's Lightning, he's in the pits. And then we've got LGS who's just going to go right past him now, literally like he's not even there. And, well, yeah, definitely net P2 now for LGS. But yes, getting back to what I was saying, there's this proposal that F1 next season should have mandatory 2 pit stops, and the drivers can only go a certain percentage of the distance on different compounds. I'm like, how much more artificial can they possibly make this sport? It's ridiculous.
I know, it's all going to come down to how the tyres are developed as usual, isn't it? And if they think
well, Pirelli have already said that they're determined to remove the marbles, so that means we're probably going to go back to the Bridgestone days. Now, I'm guessing that's why they're saying let's have 2 pit stops then, to force people to stop. So you don't need to force people to stop. A good racing, you don't need to do that to spice it up. Look at Le Mans, they don't have mandatory pit stops, they can do 3-hour stints on one set of tyres. But the racing's as close as anything, because the cars can race each other. They need to sort the design of the cars out and get away from aerodynamic grip, take it back to mechanical grip, put manual gearboxes back in, and take out driver aids. Put it back to the skill of the driver.
Exactly, it's not really that anymore, is it?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong, like the likes of Sebastian Vettel and that, they've got the skills that work with the current generation of cars. Hats off to them. Brilliant. But, it's like, at the end of the day, you used to see the likes of Nelson Piquet overtaking Senna on full opposite lock. When was the last time you saw anything as brilliant as that?
Agreed. It's never going to go to that sort of state again, I don't think.
No, it probably won't, and that's a real shame in my opinion, because as far as I'm concerned, like the rate, it's like last season, ever since they said, oh, let's go back to 2012 spec tyres, it was the most boring season of F1 since 2004.
Definitely. I think there's a lot of things they do in F1 to benefit Red Bull. DRS only in certain sections now when they knew full well that their top speed was very good.
Well, actually, don't forget though, the thing is, towards the end of 2012, Red Bull started dominating because they perfected the double DRS. So they always qualified on pole, and then, because the extra downforce they ran, they never needed to defend properly, because they could break DRS. So that's why they implemented it. Not only for safety, but purely because of the fact that double DRS and all those gimmicks was making it almost handing pole positions to Red Bull. To be fair, they did it to try and curb them, but it's not worked. And to me, you shouldn't have to curb one team. You shouldn't have to curb one team to make the race entertaining. The race should be entertaining by itself. I mean, what's your views, viewers? Get your comments on the streams, and we'll try and answer your questions. Well, meanwhile, also I've lost Dan for a moment, so moving back through the field. In P4, we've got Jambo, who's under massive pressure now from XRL Lightning. So Lightning finding himself behind the Force India, trying his best to move as far forward as he can. New tyres on that Mercedes, so he's going to have more grip, but Jambo's got guts and determination. He's not going to make this easy. Heading out of the corner towards the tunnel, both guys really planting the power. There's maybe half a second gap between these two as they push on here down towards the Nouvelle chicane, and a very quick grip on the tyres there. Jambo just getting out of brakes there, but gets away with it. Heading out towards the back. There's no way to overtake here unless you're really brave. And then in towards the swimming pool section now, high-speed chicane entry, and then this tight, twisty follow-up, Lightning and Jambo both taking that beautifully. We have another car in the pits now. I'm guessing that's Sean Bean. XRL Lightning, DRS open, onto the back of Jambo, doing his best to go down the pit straight towards Sandoval, but he's just not close enough to affect the pass this time. Behind them, moving into P5, we have the McLaren Mercedes of Smitty Lad, and in P6 coming out of the pits is indeed Sean Bean, and he now is running the option tyres, so he's got the hot pace towards the end of this race. Just checking on my commentary, he's still showing us here, he's not saying anything at the moment. Lightning getting very close in towards the back of the car of Jambo, down in towards the tunnel, but Jambo responds to pull a little bit of a gap here, down towards the Nouvelle chicane, 100 metre board on the brakes, on the anchors. Oh, both guys get a little squirrely on the brakes there, locking up, but get away with it. Lightning's got a much better exit than Jambo, heading into the back, takes the nice, beautiful inside line there, down towards the swimming pool section. Oh, he's getting very tight here, both guys pushing each other along the ragged edge. XRL Lightning making a mistake, hitting the inside barrier, but just gets away with it. Lock up for Jambo into Rashcast, where he manages to catch the car. Lightning's all over the back of him. Jambo running wide, DRS flap open, curves deployed. Is there any way Lightning can close the gap here? No, he can't. And they've managed to jump Ice Cold Andy. Ice Cold Andy is running in P4. How did that happen? Ice Cold Andy, as fast as lap as a 1:14, has somehow come out behind everybody else. How has he managed that?
What's happened?
Ice Cold Andy's rejoined in 4th place.
What?
He's in 4th as Lightning makes a mistake and clatters into the back of Jambo. Ice Cold Andy is following Lightning in P4. Lightning thinking about his side move in the tunnel. He's gone too wide and Ice Cold Andy's just undercut him like he wasn't even there. Heading down towards the Nouvelle chicane. Can Ice Cold Andy get on the anchors around the outside of the Nouvelle chicane? No, he can't. Lightning will get the inside, taps the rear wheel. But Ice Cold Andy is let through by Lightning. Lightning realised he made a mistake. Smitty One is now catching to the back of these guys as well. But how has Ice Cold Andy come out in P3? How has he managed to do that?
That is something to write down, that is. I had a phone call, so I had to go downstairs, answer it. And then all I hear is a lot of noises. I'm like, what? What's happened, Dad?
XRL Peaches just asked for an invite. Any particular reason why he should be invited? What's that about? Meanwhile, Ice Cold Andy and DRS on his team member weren't able to make it through. Behind them, though, we've got a bit of a scrap, which is going on between Smitty Lad in 5th place, and running in P6 is Sean Bean. And Sean Bean's on the option tyres, while Smitty Lad is on the prime, and Team Matable's lost connection. We've lost the car, it's another retirement.
Who's another retirement? Who else is retired?
Team Matable.
Yeah, but who else? Or was that he the first one?
Emu got disqualified.
Oh, okay.
So it's technically a retirement, but not really.
Yeah.
And Ice Cold Andy, how was LGS ahead by so much? Time out. Oh, mistake! XRL Lightning hit the inside of actually Ice Cold Andy hit the inside of the Nouvelle chicane and spun the car and ghosted through, so Lightning went past him. What's going on with Ice Cold Andy?
Green flag, sector 2 has been cleared of debris. Back up.
Just disconnected.
Just disconnected. You weren't doing too badly either.
No,
Apologies, viewers. It was ex-Jambo who made the mistake, not Ice Cold Andy.
So,
Yeah, but it wasn't going too bad. I mean, at the start of the stint, I lost part of my front wing end plate, so I was suffering a bit from understeer, but I was managing to keep up with Sean.
You're about P2.
Two and three, yeah.
I was just about managing to keep on the back of that, yeah.
Did you enjoy that? You know, first race, you seem to be near the front.
Definitely, as long as my connection can hold it out for a bit longer than it does, because it's got a bit of a habit of disconnecting me from race.
Sean Bean is getting a look on the inside, spinning on into Nouvelle Chicane. Sorry to cut across you, but he's too far away to affect the pass here. But he's got a better run on the Nouvelle Chicane. Is he looking for a break on the inside and to back? Thinks better of it and filters in behind Smittywan.
Well, yeah, I'll have a chat with you after the race if it's still away. I'm glad that you enjoyed it and hopefully you keep racing. Monaco wasn't the easiest of races to introduce a new driver to. That's
especially starting near the back of the grid. I think I got a bit lucky at the start. Managed to go up to 6.
Did you see any incidents then? Were there any incidents? There was a big gap between sort of 5th and 6th at the start. Is it something that happened? I don't know if you saw anything.
No, I didn't really. I was behind Jambo and he'd kind of gotten a bit ahead. Then he spun the car and...
Sorry to cut across you. Sean Bean is looking at the inside of Smittywan into Mirabeau, but he's had to back out of it. The legs on the McLaren just too strong.
Well, if you want to watch the race on the live stream, you can do. If you want a link, I can. Okay, I won't say. I'll just say. If you go on exciteracingleague.co.uk, XEITE racingleague.co.uk, you go on XRL TV at the top.
Sean Bean taking about down there, moving to it's a Nouvelle Chicane. He's brushed Smittywan and gone through. Now he's not actually let Smittywan back through here, so I'm not sure how legal that pass was. It looked like Sean Bean contacted the back of him, and Smittywan went over the inside of the Nouvelle Chicane, and Sean Bean just drove around the outside of him.
But anyway, Team Apple, we'll let you get going. If you want to watch the stream and you can't find it, just let me know. But it's on XRRacing.co.uk and then XRL TV at the top.
Okay, thank you.
Should be good stuff. Yeah, if you are.
The laps I did, it was very enjoyable. So.
It was, and you were lacking on good pace with everyone else. You were only sort of at the start when you had the clean air like Andy did, only 3 or 4 attempts off him at the start on those option tyres. So definitely have some pace, and if your connection can hold out until Canada.
Yes, I do like Canada as well.
That's the problem because it's 100% races.
Yeah. Not just that, he wants to destroy his car! And the safety car has been deployed! This changes the race completely! Sean Bean's advantage has been completely ripped out from underneath him after less than 10 laps! The safety car has been deployed, and all of a sudden, Ice Cold Andy, who for whatever reason found himself down in P3, now running P2, is going to be right up to the back of XRL LGS! The race is back on! We are under safety car conditions here in Monte Carlo! XRL LGS decides to box, take full advantage while he can. Who's going to follow him? Is anyone going to take the same idea here? Into the box comes Sean Bean. XRL Lightning, he decides to box in. Sean Bean is running in P4. He's also following him through. Nutters 91, what happened?
I locked up going into the final chicanes and just went flying forward. I had damage on my wings in the first place. Got a bit hairy going through and then locked up.
Everyone but Ice Cold Andy has dived into the box. So Ice Cold Andy is going to be on slightly worn tyres, while the rest of the field are going to be on fresh rubber. Disadvantage to the leader here. This could really leave him vulnerable down towards Sandoval and beyond. Oh, but meanwhile, Sean Bean almost went all tyres over the pit lane when he came out of the pits there. So easy to do that here at Monaco. But was it the swimming pool chicane then where you locked up?
The advantage of it is he's got track position.
The final 2 corners, basically, is where I did it. Yeah, that's the one. So, did I bring out a safety car or something?
Yeah, the safety car is out, yes.
But it's Monaco, I guess if you crash anywhere, the safety car's coming out, isn't it?
I guess I was kind of lucky that I missed that.
You had an incident at Sandoval Turn 1, Team Apple. What happened there? You were following Sean and then you just lost it.
It's the bump. It's the bump just before turn 1. You break into the corner, kind of half expecting the fronts to lock up, and there they kind of did, and I
Yeah, the bump into Sandoval can really throw you off. It's like the bump in the middle of Tabac. If you hit that at the wrong kind of line, you're going to just lock up and hit the wall.
Yeah, that's where I lost my input actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, as I said, viewers, we are under safety car conditions here, so while we've got a brief lull, give you the rundown of the order. In first place now, Mr. Ice Cold Andy, back at the top, but he's not on Thresher tyres where everybody else behind him is. Second place, XRL LGS, and then in P3 we've got XRL Lightning. Sean B22 is in P4, followed by Smitty Lad in P5. Connor Ice is punching above his weight in P6. In 7th we've got Jambo, then in 8th we've got F1 Nige, the last of the runners, as behind him it's all DNFs and disqualifications.
Is Nige unlapped now? So is he on lap 33 now?
Yes, he's showing on the same amount of laps as everybody else. He has been able to unlap himself.
Right, so yeah, I'm quite pleased with Team Atomic's first race. He's shown good pace, and I think if he doesn't lose connection, he could be really good. Nutters, third driver, a bit unfortunate. How many people have we now got racing? It must be 8. Yeah.
We have 8 drivers running.
And that's what Monaco does, really, unfortunately.
100% of Monaco is so hard. I mean, viewers, we're not even at half race distance here. We've still got a long way to go.
Half race distance and then 6 more laps on top. Crikey, that's just the nature of Monaco, isn't it? We are an hour into our stream and we're not halfway through. It does.
Well, in the meantime, now we're looking to get back here. I imagine we're going to be racing this lap because it does like all 8 cars are together. There's the confirmation, so Ice Cold Andy will effectively become the safety car. He's got to let the safety car go, because if he doesn't, he's going to have no line. There's the safety car line, but no one can overtake, so the safety car's still on track. He's not backed the field up enough here, and he may find himself very much exposed going down towards Sandoval. The car is now in the box. Ice Cold Andy goes, LGS goes with him. XRL Lightning goes a bit too close on the inside. Well, tries to get away with clipping the wall. There goes the Kurz, but there's no DRS available for 2 more laps. Ice Cold Andy's got enough of a gap here. XRL Lightning makes a big lock up into Sandoval and gets away with it. And in the meantime, Ice Cold Andy's getting about half a second already on LGS is E2. LGS goes wide into the Star Casino Square. It's going to compromise her at the top, but he's just been able to get through here. Unless XRL Lightning is now under big pressure as Sean B22 on fresh option tyres is right behind him. Oh, this contact, XRL Lightning has been, I think he's been hit by Sean B there, possibly a hitbox. He almost spun. Smitty almost collected him, but got away with that. Now is Sean B going to let him back through here? No, he isn't, and I don't know if that was a hitbox or not. But Lightning's got a great run on the outside, down towards the hairpin, and down towards the Newville chicane. He's been let back through.
Fair enough.
Smitty is now right behind Sean B, but look at the gap that's caused to XRL LGS. And Ice Cold Andy at the front of Smitty gets a much better run through to back and almost spins the car in a swimming pool due to the sudden weight braking yet again, caught out by the Red Bull there. Sean B surprised never. Smitty is over to go into the box. Is this a penalty? It is. There's no pit crew. Smitty picked up a penalty somehow, and he has been followed by Jambo. Both are serving drive-throughs.
Yeah, I didn't think it was Sean. I think he was too far back. Sean was just was there. He was next to the car out of the block.
Sean B now currently running in P4, moving behind XRL Lightning in the Mercedes, trying to chase him down. Ahead we've got the XRL LGS and Ice Cold Andy leading at the front. Ice Cold Andy will be furious that he lost the track position, but delighted that when the safety car came out, he played right into his hands to bring him back into the race here. And Sean B22, he's on the option tyres. XRL Lightning is on the prime, so he's going to have to better pace here, Sean B. The question is, can he affect the pass on the tight streets of Monte Carlo?
So we've got Connor, who's right back. We've got Jambo, who's struggling, and we've got Smithy, who's had a penalty. So I think those three...
Jambo served the penalty at the same time.
So Nige has made good inroads in this, and he's now P5 and earning some good points.
And also, it's only about 8 seconds adrift of Ice Cold Andy. He's suddenly back in the race. Where did that come from? Moving through the field in P2. XRL LGS desperately trying to close up to the back of Ice Cold Andy, who's on the slightly worn tyres, but he's still got the pace in that Force India to pull away at the moment. But XRL has appeared to have responded, and he's trying to get Camirabo and down into lows. He's not close enough to affect the pass there, but he may be close enough to get DRS if he can get a better run through sector 3.
Had to get my steward's notebook there. Like that day. I don't even see what happened. I was in P5, I was with Smith at the time. And then
Well, I was on board with Sean Bean, so my stream definitely has the footage. I mean, speaking of Smithy, speaking of Sean Bean, he's now right up to the back of the gearbox of XRL Lightning. He's proper pressuring that Mercedes driver here. He's not making it easy for him at all. Getting in towards Rascas corner, and a little bit of understeer on the entry there from Lightning, but he responded well in the second apex. Both drivers pushing right to the ragged edge from the final corner, and Sean Bean doesn't react quick enough with a DRS, and isn't able to affect the overspeed at the right time. XRL Lightning gets another life, but locks up into Sandovo. He's really pushing that car to the maximum edge here.
Battles here. We've got one for the lead actually. You know, I don't think LGS is not letting him. He is. Yeah, that's quite close.
He's sticking right to the back of Ice Cold Andy, isn't he? He's not letting him go. But like Andy, don't forget, he is on the slightly worn tyres. And XRL LGS is on the fresh tyres here. And with an extra 3 or 4 laps, it might seem like small change. But when you're in a duel, it could be a massive difference maker in the braking zones and in the traction zones. LGS gets a lot more confidence on the brakes there to the Nouvelle chicane, but he's just not close enough to the back of Andy.
Why am I getting half of TRL adding me as a friend in this stream?
Why not?
I've got TRL Ellis and Azza, who both race in TRL, have sent me a friend request. Send me a message if you're watching this and send just tell me what. Yeah, just let me know why. What Danny Pierce asking his teammate to be going to be his teammate in the Sauber? Yes, that's true, that's correct. He will be racing in the Sauber for the rest of the season, I hope. So
he's certainly going to be doing Canada, and hopefully he can commit to the rest of the season. His pace was strong enough, so I don't see it, and he certainly seems to enjoy it. If you're going to enjoy racing at Monaco, yeah, the connection's an issue for everyone, though. Ask Ice Cold Andy. Ask Emu. How many people are just disconnected? It's something that's endemic to the game at the moment. Now, in the meantime, XRL LGS has responded to the back of Andy, trying to get very close to the back of this. Meanwhile, Motorsport Nerd asks on my stream, what have I missed? Well, half the race. That's what you've missed. And you missed some great duels here on track. We've had a great pass with Smitty Lad on the opening lap, taking advantage of a mistake on the final corner. We also had Team Atterbull showing his pace, taking over Sean Bean in the tunnel, something I've never seen before. We've also seen Nutters 91 cause a safety car, looking up into the Rascas, and Ice Cold Andy, who looks in a bad position initially, as LGS goes to 2 wide at the back and damages his wing. Going back to Ice Cold Andy, he made a mistake in the pit stops, came back out well lower than he expected to be, but the safety cars brought him back into the lead. But he's under massive pressure from LGS, and Ice Cold Andy's boxed. So this is going to change the fray a bit. How far down the field is Andy going to be, and how long can he go on these tyres?
I'm quite surprised he's pitted so early, but then that's because he didn't pit in the safety car period. He's definitely going to be, well, not in, he's going to be 5th at least. Probably going back even further than that. Smithy's pitted as well, so maybe not. Jambo, his teammate, is going to try and cover with that, I think. Oh, it's going to be close, continuing his teammate. Just ahead of his teammate.
Well, in the meantime, Motorsport Nerd saying he had some stuff to deal with. You don't have to apologise, mate. The stream's available after the race. You can watch it for a week anyway. So if you want to see the action, catch it up on the replay.
I think we enjoyed the race, though.
Surprisingly so.
Yeah, you expected more carnage than what we've had around here. Yes, we've had Emu disqualified, which I'm not quite sure why he didn't come in and explain it. That was obviously his incident, but in terms of racing incidents, there's not been that many. You know, there is always a few, but then that's Monaco, but...
That's it, yeah. Meanwhile, XRL Lightning's getting really out of shape in the chicane now at the swimming pool, and Sean Bean's getting much closer too. He just seems to have so much more confidence for these low-speed traction corners here, and he's got very close to the back now. DRS open, but XRL Lightning just got the drop on him there. Probably saved some curves. Sean Bean didn't do that, But massive walk-up again from XRL Lightning. He pushes so hard into Sandovo. He's been doing it lap after lap. And the tyre temperature will be going through the ceiling at the moment. Sean Bean getting close to the back through Casino Square. Is it close enough to Fax Passer to Mirabeau? Thinks better of it, but getting down towards Lowe's, he's really putting the pressure on the back of XRL Lightning now. He's really struggling on those tyres. He's not enjoying this one bit. Getting out of shape going towards the tunnel there, XRL Lightning. He's on the ragged edge with those tyres, and that'll be worrying him because he boxed under the safety car for primes. Sean Bean did it for options. Going down towards Nouvelle Chicane, Sean Bean forward, trying to get the pass, but he's just too far behind.
It's just so frustrating in this sort of situation. I think he's a lot quicker, but Lightning's on the primes, he's on the options, and he just can't get past.
Yeah, we've seen this before. Monaco's like that. Who remembers 2011 at Singapore when Timo Glock in the Marussia held up about 8 cars because he was running in P12? You had every right to. He was there on truck position. It's not his fault they couldn't get past. Same situation applies here. Going through Casino Square, Sean Bean trying to get as close as he can to the ladies. But I think the problem is, it's a bit like the bungee rope this. You get really close and then under traction and just pull away again. You just never seem to get close enough.
Who's our leader? Is it still LGS?
It's still LGS at the moment, yeah.
He's not massively far ahead of these guys. I think the fact is that Andy's pitted, he's undercut and he's really got a track position.
Well, Andy's only just gone through Lowe's now, though. So that's going to be touch and go because LGS had just gone through the Nouvelle Chicane at that point. That's going to be tight, that. And meanwhile, in P4, sneaking up stealthily is F1 Nige. And his fastest lap, a 1:14.5. He's on the pace all of a sudden. Maybe you had penalties. Maybe you got damaged wings. Maybe you had both. Doesn't matter. The fact is he's taking advantage of the safety car and he's right back in this race. And it'll be interesting to see what he does for Ice Cold Andy. He's not going to want to do him any favours, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in the later part of the race.
Andy is at 13-2.
Wow, that is sensational.
He's 13 dead in this lap.
That is absolutely blistering pace. That'll flash up. That will flash up at the top of the screen, and there will be a sigh that is incredibly loud from the drivers. You do not want to see that. Looks like it's me. It's just gone through sector 1 end now. As at the same time, LGS had just gone through the corner before the tunnel. That's close enough for a pit stop, in my opinion. So all of a sudden, the cars are certainly following Ascot Andy's way. Sean Bean deploying the curves in the tunnel. Thinking about passing the Nouvelle Chicane. Defensive move from Lightning to the inside. He holds track position. Sean Bean's going to have to try and effect a pass somewhere else, because down to the Nouvelle Chicane is simply not working, and the dirty air is going to be destroying his tyres.
Yeah, this stint's definitely hurting.
Oh, and he's made a mistake in the swimming pool and lost an end plate. You're quite correct there, Danny. All of a sudden, the wheels seem to be coming off the wagon. Frustration is definitely creeping into Sean Bean. Who can blame him? He's definitely on the pace. He's on the faster tyre. But the fact of the matter is, catching is one thing, passing is quite another. And XRL Lightning is giving a masterclass in defence. XRL Peachy on my stream mobile says, I hate the bollards with a passion. Bollards on this game seem to be one of the biggest hazards in the world, don't they? We saw what happened in Bahrain, and now they're happening here at Monte Carlo. Sean Bean getting close to the back through Lowe's. Oh, he's made a mistake there, got a bit too close to the curb, almost mounted it, and the F1 Nige is almost right to the back of him now. This is suddenly becoming a Mercedes sandwich with Sean Bean the unfortunate filling. Sean Bean's decided to retain his curves now. Maybe he's thinking about trying to get under DRS, a more intelligent move, but he's going to need to get the best traction possible off the corner before Sandoval. He's got too close to the wall to back, but he's already lost the end plate, so no further damage to the car. It's also impulse chicane. It doesn't seem to be affecting his handling too much, actually, so it's going to be a question of how well he does through Rascat. Ignores the first apex quite rightly, gets a good drive at the final corner, goes a bit wide in the final turn. There goes the DRS, there goes his curves, but XRL Lightning's just too far away here.
Right, I'm being told that they can barely hear me on the stream. I don't know what's going on.
On whose stream? On yours?
On mine, yeah. Barely hear me apparently. So.
How close to your source mic are you?
Right next to it.
That's ironic because mine's actually right by my television, and I'm sat on my sofa. Maybe you just need to be more like me and be loud.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not a loud guy like that though. Well, we're on board with F1 Nige. I don't know if you guys can hear me now. I've got it like literally right next to me. It's fine for me, says Danny Pierce.
Actually, I have no idea what Dan's hearing on the what it's like on my stream. Anyone who's watching, tell me, can you hear Dan on mine? Because that'd be ironic. In the meantime, we've got Sean B's got massively close to the back of XRL Lightning now. Properly drops F1 Nige here. Yeah, most people are saying that you can't really hear you on mine either. I don't know what I can do about that. This is getting really quite
XRL
awkward.
Star's saying it's better for him now, and he was the one who let me know that it was bad about 5 minutes ago. So I think I'm all right now.
Well, I've just tried moving mine slightly different towards the telly. Again, please tell me if you can hear Dan. They're saying you can vaguely hear him. So if that's right, let me know. Well, in the meantime, Sean B's still trying to get close to the back. On the stream, on my side, Motorsport Nerd has asked, has that bollard at that corner caused any problems? It has in a way, because it has an annoying tendency. Whenever you hit it, it can sometimes seem to stick in the middle of the track. Sean B makes a mistake and Law's got too wide, but F1 Nige was not able to cut back across him, but he's going to be under massive pressure now to Nouvelle Chicane now. F1 Nige's got tons of comments in that tyre. But he's just not close enough here, I don't think. Taylor looks towards Nouvelle Chicane. Had to bail out the move.
Guess who's closing in? Mr. Ice Cold Andy.
Andy, yeah. We got a four-way battle.
This could actually hurt his race, though, being stuck behind these guys.
That's the problem if you get out of sync with the pit stops. But anyway, Sean B clatters the inside bollard there. Looked like he went all four wheels off as well. Got to be careful with that. But going back to the bollard, nice segue from myself there, is that if you hit it, it has an annoying tendency to stick in the middle of the track. So you can then be taking the perfect racing line for a swimming pool, and all of a sudden you have to get out of the gas to avoid spinning and hitting the wall.
It's
really annoying. F1 Nige getting closer to the back now, Sean Bean trying to get as close as possible through Casino Square. He's retained half his curves. He's going down towards Mirabeau. Is he close enough? No. And meanwhile, Ice Cold Andy is all over the back of F1 Nige's gearbox.
His
battle is joined.
Look at it. 12-9. 12-9. I can't even do that in qualifying.
I can't get near that in time trial, let alone qualifying. In fact, XRL Peachy's asking what the fastest laps are. If we're going to break in the action, we'll go and check them. But I daren't cut away from this. Ice Cold Andy, F1 Nige, Sean Bean. It's a freeway dance as F1 Nige makes a mistake in a Nouvelle Chicane. Ice Cold Andy thinks about an overtaker to back, but backs out of it at the last second. That is one of the greatest overtakes ever if you manage to get through it to back.
LGS won't be minding this, I tell you, because
hell no.
Andy's going to have to pit again.
Tripping over each other.
Meanwhile,
DRS now open from both F1 Nige and from Ice Cold Andy, trying to get down towards Sandivo, but in the meantime, neither car are close enough to the ones ahead to get the advantage. Ice Cold Andy clatters the wall, Sandivo, but doesn't get any damage.
Ice Cold Andy's going to struggle to get on the podium today. The only reason I say this is he's going to have to pit. He can't go another 22 more laps, plus the laps he's done on the option tyres. He will have to pit again.
22 laps, try 31.
Exactly, he can't do that. Whereas the guys all pitted on safety car as he didn't, so they're going to have to pit probably within the next 5-10 laps. Yes, Andy will probably get a few laps out on his own, but he's going to have to pit at some point. And
F1 Nige's actually started to pull away from him in the tunnel. Ice Cold Andy had a very poor run there, so he's really not close up at all. And right now, as I say, we've got the XRL Lightning back under pressure from Sean Bean. F1 Nige has had a poor run through the Nouvelle Chicane though, and Ice Cold Andy's back under him. Oh, both wheels clattering the outside wall to back, but he gets away with it with no damage. And meanwhile, Ice Cold Andy got a much better run for the swim push chicane, thinking about the outside of Gas. He's so frustrated behind that Mercedes. You can see it, he's driving. He's literally going, get out of my way, let me through. And F1 Nige is not having any of it.
Nige has actually lost his DRS on the cars in front. He's now under pressure.
Ice Cold Andy's got a much better run of Sandoval on the side by
Look at that! What?
And Ice Cold Andy drives clean round the outside.
That's a shame my screen just dimmed because I've been on the same person for a while, but we got that move, and what a move it was from Andy there. He's now got to take 2 more cars though to get some clean air.
Those 2 cars are in a right close battle, and also F1 Nige is back under his gearbox. He's not letting him out of his sight. So Sean B trying to close to the back of XRL Lightning. Oh, meanwhile, apparently, XRL Peachy on my stream is saying he overtook someone at the inside of Rascas in the Classics race. Take a look. Okay, I may just do that. Heading into the swimming pool corner, and Sean B getting much closer to the back of XRL Lightning. XRL Lightning's done a masterclass of defensive driving today here. He's been absolutely flawless at keeping him behind. There's been no real contact. There's been no real corner cuts. This is much more like the XRL Lightning I remember.
Exactly, and this time last year at this track, he got disqualified for corner cutting, and I haven't seen much of it from him tonight. Oh, he's kept it within the confines of the track, and he's doing a good job. Sean getting rather wide there, and Ice Cold Andy's all of a sudden on him.
Yeah, Ice Cold Andy's all over the back of him, going through Mirabeau. Ice Cold Andy's got a much better drive. The tyres are much fresher. Sean Bean's been on these options now since the safety car, I think. He's been on for absolutely ages.
What lap was that? Safety car was lap
31, I think.
Yeah, they restarted racing on 33. Yeah. So
that's like 16 laps.
Yeah, they're getting quite second hand now. He'll probably do about another 5 laps on them. That'll get us to 22 laps to go.
Nerd asking, did I say if there was a safety car glitch? I'm not aware of one. I've not seen it myself online. You always hear murmurings about it. I mean, on the last game there was a massive safety car glitch where it could lag and you'd hit the back of it and get disqualified. Yeah. So, not seen much of that. It's one thing Commerce have fixed. Great, you fixed the lag on the safety car. Now fix the lag on everything else. Sean B game, meanwhile, great drive through Rascas. Got the DRS one more, but Ice Cold Andy's got the same move on Sean Bean. And actually, Sean Bean's dropping away from Lightning. And at the same time, Ice Cold Andy's not close enough to affect the pass through Sandoval.
Nigel's just dropped off that, but that's probably what you should expect with him on the primes.
It's also good strategy from Ice Cold Andy from F1 Nige. Let these guys race each other. Let the dirty air through the tyres. Save yours. And meanwhile, Ice Cold Andy big on the inside of Mirabeau. Sean Bean chopping across and backing off there. And LCS, meanwhile, is not far ahead. Has LCS been in the pits?
I don't think so. I think Lightning and Sean have never been that far off. Andy was close, but the thing is, he's pitted and been in clean air and caught up to these guys. So that's where it's come from. I think the plan will be that all of these cars will pit once more. Andy will probably pit around lap 60.
Sean Bean thinking to look at the inside to back, but backs out of it. He sees how dangerous it is to try and do that. And that's actually compromised his run to the swimming pool. Andy was thinking about a move there, but you really can't pass through the swimming pool chicane. It's just too tight.
I actually don't know who's going to win this race. Strategy's going to play a massive part. Now Sean dives.
So here we go. Battle joined. Ice Cold Andy versus Mr. Ministry of Defence, XRL Lightning. This could make things interesting. Ice Cold Andy's got a fantastic drive on Sandoval. He'll be there going, thank the Christ for that, as he's got out of the way. But right now, XRL Lightning's meters ahead of him. He's got the same problem again. And XRL Lightning has shown that he's stubborn and not willing to move over for anyone.
When cars are just on their own, they're much easier to overtake. That's why I think Sean was quite difficult, because he was fighting with Lightning. And Andy's closed right in the back, half a lap in. And, well, it's going to be difficult to make a move.
Don't forget, though, Sean Bean wasn't really overtaken. Sean Bean just boxed. But Ice Cold Andy has responded with cars and Lightning and in-touch wheels going into the Nouveau chicane. Both guys just about get it stopped. Ice Cold Andy chops the inside chicane. He's thinking about traveling the inside out to back. Contacts the back of Lightning's car. Ice Cold Andy's got the red miss. He's had enough of this. He's coming through. This is Juan Pablo Montoya here. Oh, LGS has dived into the pitch now, so Lightning takes the effective lead, but right behind him with DRS open, ice cold Andy. He leaks to the right, now he's going to the left towards Sandoval. No, he's not got the braking distance. Look at the lock up for Lightning there. Terrible run off the corner, ice cold Andy.
Oh, you got to give him a bit more space than that, Lightning.
Into Casino Square, ice cold Andy will be not too happy about that. Down towards Mirabeau. Has he got the drive? Lightning jumps across him again. Lightning is not letting him pass. This is Senna and Mansell in 1992. This is classic motor racing here from these guys.
Lightning can sense his first victory in what must be a long time. But here we go, Andy.
Now, ice cold Andy, thinking about going around the outside, he faced the oh, he's been shot across by Lightning there.
Do that.
That was not a good move from Lightning. He's ruining his reputation here. That's a potential dangerous driving. You cannot do multiple changes of direction. That's clearly in the rules. Into to back. Lightning forces ice cold Andy to stop here. Ice cold Andy will be waving his hand in frustration, and probably waving more than that as well. He's not happy at all here. On the stream, XRB said it's a bit naughty. Motorsport nerds say careful, Lightning, totally agree. Ice cold Andy gets better traction off the final corner. DRS swap over, goes to the outside of Sandoval. He's on the brakes, they're side by side. And Ice cold Andy's gone straight into the wall. Lost his front wing. Absolute disaster for Ice cold Andy. He's got no front wing. He's made a catastrophic error. He should have bailed out of that earlier. Yes, Lightning was rude in the early laps. But even so, that was brain fade there from Ice cold Andy.
He wasn't rude then.
Chances are out of the window.
Lightning just put his car on the inside. He did nothing wrong there.
Lightning did absolutely nothing wrong there, Peachy. He did nothing wrong. Lightning was on the inside. It was up to Ice cold Andy to back out of the move. Yes, I agree. His one before it will be reviewed. Possible unnecessary weaving, but at that point he did nothing to contact Andy in any way.
Just something I better write down.
Laps 50 to 53, my advice for that. Meanwhile, Sean Bean now is closing up to the back of LGS, who's running in P3, and because of Ice cold Andy's mistake, he's now going to be, he's already caught to the back of him. He's got no front wing. He's going to come out so far down the field here. He can barely get into Raskas. All of a sudden LGS has gone past him there. Sean B's been compromised, so LGS gets a life.
He's going to have to go on the prime tyres, which I don't think was the plan.
Ice cold Andy will be furious.
Oh, that's a lot of laps to do on option tyres. Go for it, 26 laps.
He's probably thinking all out attack here. Who could blame him? He'll be thinking that in more ways than one, I think. Oh, Sean B's mysterious and lost his right end plate. But he went nowhere near the wall. How does that work? Answer the postcard viewers, because I don't understand how he did that.
I'm on the F1 stream chat here. We've got Nut saying I generally. Oh no, he just keeps on crashing. He says, does Lightning want to swerve more? And then Danny Pierce saying that's a penalty, and Nutter's having to agree with that as well. Saying, yeah, to be fair, it's quite bad, but the Andy actual incident when he went into the wall, nothing actually happened. But
yeah, that wasn't Lightning's fault, that. I mean, ever since we've noticed a few issues with lag and that, we do always want to talk to the drivers. If they've got footage, we want to review it. We don't want to do a kangaroo court here where we're starting to award penalties on the stream. We'd rather wait to actually see the outcomes in order to ensure we're being 100% fair. But XRL Lightning, it's going to be hard to find an excuse for his weaving because he was chopping quite dangerously, especially down towards Mirabeau.
You can't do that here with the wall so close.
Exactly. Before Andy crashed, there was that move out the top of Casino Square towards Mirabeau, and it looked like he just kept on chopping across too much. That's what it looked like, but again, it's up to the panel of stewards to decide if there's any action. But meanwhile, F1 Nige has suddenly caught right up to the back of Sean Bean.
He's on option, Sean is on prime, so this could be good for him. If he could get on the podium today, I think he'd be absolutely in shock.
Well, that's got, we've already said to finish first. First you got to finish. Look how I scored Andy with that mistake. And another end place gone for Sean Bean. He's lost both his end plates at Monaco. The worst place in the world to do that. And F1 Nige is all over the back of him now like a Banbury rash. Oh, look at how much grip he's got through the final corner there, Nige. He had so much more confidence. Had to get out of the gas and now allowed Sean Bean to pull away. Going up the hill towards the casino square here, and Sean Bean's really struggling in that Red Bull. So little downforce, he's gone wide on the entry to casino square. He's almost caught to the inside wall. It's over. Nice just contact with the rear wheel. The rebound affected the top of the car. No damage caused, fortunately. Down towards Lowe's after Mirabeau, and again F1 Nice punching the back of Sean Bean. He's got so much more confidence in the car. He's being caught out at every braking point now. Can Nice do it through the tunnel here? Surely not, he's not got the pace there. But at the back of the braking, is he going to be able to do it down towards the Nouvelle chicane? He's just too far back.
You have to be on a gearbox just to make a move round here.
Or have much better drive at the corner, as Ice Cold Andy showed us after Saint Devoux. Just Sean Bean's just backing him up all the time. He's just not got the confidence because of the lack of downforce in the car. He's having to brake earlier to ensure he's able to get into the corner. And F1 Nige is just being held up so much. F1 Nige will be like, you've got your damaged car, get out of my way. And Sean Bean's like, no chance. If you want to get past me, pass me. And it's great to watch. F1 Nige trying to get close to the casino square. Can he go around the outside like a wall of death? No grip there to do that one. Into Mirabeau now, and again, he's just getting so close to the back of Sean Bean. Potentially had room there to go up the inside at Lowe's. Oh, contact! Hits Sean Bean to the wall. There's so little room out of that corner. It's so tight. Possibly the tightest hairpin in the whole calendar. And it hurts like hell when you're hitting to the wall.
Well, I hope you get better, Danny, for next week. You hope you have a good teammate. And that'll make good... You know, numbers tonight weren't actually too bad. When Danny gets back, it should be even better.
Indeed. Oh, F1 Nige hits the outside wall to back. Sean Bean makes a mistake, goes through the chicane. And the swing ball, he may have been contacted by the hitbox. I was thinking that. And the question is, has that got him a penalty? Not going through yet, but there are 3 laps, so we'll stick on the back of him. Here are in the pits. Who have we got in there? In the box, we have XRL Lightning. He's gone onto the option tyres. 21 laps to go.
And he's going to be behind. He's going to be behind Andy, but Andy's got 26 laps to do on those tyres.
F1 now, just thinking on the outside of Casino Square, then the inside. He's really pushing an all-out attack here. He wants to get after Sean Bean, who's drifted wide at Mirabeau, but there's just no room. He's watching in frustration. He'll be there going, come on,
if he can
get
get
out
past,
of my way.
He can have a go at LGS. LGS is not miles away.
Exactly, but the problem is, every lap, LGS is pulling away because Sean Bean, credit to him, oh, he's lagged there. Now that's going to cause a problem. He keeps lagging. That makes things worse. LGS is just able to conserve the tyres, take it easy. He's got a good 5 seconds now on Nige. And Nige with the dirty air is getting understeer. He's getting tyre wear and he's getting frustrated. So LGS, can he take his maiden victory here? The cards are certainly in his favour at this point. I don't want to give him the commentator's curse by saying he will get it, but he looks very strong at the moment. DRS flap over from F1 Nige, but he's still too far back on Sean Bean. He's just not close enough.
I think best place to use it is use all your curves going through the tunnel, all of it.
I think the best thing you can do is get right on the back of the Rascas and just blast through at that point. But you have to have lots of confidence in your car. You have to literally throw it into the corner and go, I'm going to get past or I'm going to retire. You have to hang it that far on the ragged edge. F1 Nige is hassling the back of Sean Bean.
Here we go.
This is absolutely fantastic.
He's going to use all of his curves. But is that even going to be enough?
He's seen him coming, plants his car in the middle of the road, and F1 Nice has to bail out of the Nouvelle chicane, and that possibly could have given him a penalty if he didn't slow down enough. And as a result, Sean Bean's got half a second on him.
Sean did nothing wrong there, just put the car in the middle of the track. That's great.
Sean Bean was very, very good defensive driving. Again, GP2 showing you can punch above your weight here, because he's running in P2, racing F1 Nice wheel to wheel. XRL Peachy says, meanwhile, I can't even do a 1:13.3 on time trial, let alone in a race. Don't feel alone.
Oh!
Sean Bean's lost connection!
Oh no!
F1 Nice inherits second place in one of the most arbitrary fashions there is. Oh, that's disgraceful.
Codemasters strikes again.
I have another name for them, but it's not clean, so I can't say it on the stream. I'll give you a clue. Code it's normal, then it starts with B and ends with S. And was the name of a film starring Brad Pitt.
Code Biscuits! Oh! Obviously.
That's not what I was thinking of, actually, no. I was thinking, and again, if you say it on the stream, I'm not going to repeat it. Meanwhile, Mike scored Andy a 1:11.6 in the race! Sean, what happened?
Well, I think it's pretty self-explanatory what happened, to be honest.
Sean!
I mean, you were having such a strong race, you and F1 Nige. It was getting dicey, it was getting action, but it was very entertaining to watch. I mean, did you feel like your connection was going at any point?
I think the last couple of laps before I disconnected, there were a couple of issues. I thought, don't, and, well, I just hate wasting my evenings just to come out with nothing.
Well, you will come out with something. 6 points for, 6 points for Red Bull. No, 4 points for Red Bull.
Even so, I can fully understand Sean's frustration here.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, we had T-Master, and now we've got Sean.
This race is going to hot up now. We've got F1 Nige, who has now been released because of that disconnection. Ice Cold Andy really closing in. And then you've got LGS, who's on the prime tyres. Flying, isn't it?
Look at Andy's fastest lap time. A 1:11.622. That's 3 seconds faster than my time trial time.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
I don't know where he finds this pace. It's absolutely unreal. I mean, if I give you a rundown of the fastest laps, in first place, XRL LGS, 1:13.8. F1 Nice, 1:13.3. That's between 1.7 and 2.5 seconds faster. XRL Lightning, a 1:12.5. That's a second quicker. 1:13.8 for Jumbo, 1:13.6 for Smithy, a 1:14.1 for Connor. That's just absolutely extraordinary. And now, of course, Ice Cold Andy is round to the back of F1 Nige. Battle has been rejoined. And F1 Nige is moving over. He can't go blue flags, surely not. Surely he can't go blue flags.
What?
Ice Cold Andy has just overtaken F1 Nige in the tunnel. And F1 Nige literally pulled over.
He did, yeah.
Could F1 Nige have just got blue flags on a glitch or something? It just looked like he let him go. He didn't even bother fighting him. Well, that was disappointing. Why would you see track position and encourage yourself to get dirty air? Why would you do that?
He must be struggling with the car. Or it's a glitch, I don't know.
I'll have to ask you about that in the post-race. XRL Lightning just going through Sandemo in P4, he's on his own at the moment. And then we got X-Jambo, he's just going over the start-finish line on his own. Smitty Ward's about 3 seconds adrift of him running in P6, solid points to McLaren. And then Connor Eyes is only just going through the Nouvelle chicane. But I've said it before, you've got to finish the race to score maximum points. And that's exactly what he's doing. And Ice Cold Andy now is only about 5 seconds adrift of LGS. Can Ice Cold Andy overcome the odds and managed to steal victory here.
He's still got a pit again, I would have thought. 26 laps
But I
on
reckon LGS has to as well.
I don't know. Is 26 laps possible on the Prime, Sean? Option, sorry. Oh, is he? Sorry, I've got notifications off because I kept getting friend requests from TRL.
Oh, fair enough, Carl.
They kept doing it. They kept just doing it and doing it. So it's like, talk to him later.
Yeah. XRL Star is saying inglorious swish on the stream. Got no further comments to make on that one. I'm guessing you figured out what I'm trying to get at. And of course, with the Codemasters Forum is still offline. There's been no more news as to what's going on there, and I'm wondering if there's another story developing about Codemasters, and if they're potentially up the creek without a paddle when it comes to money.
It wouldn't surprise me. Why would they let a forum contract go? Because of maybe a lack of money and they can't pay it?
I did see one comment from them, which apparently they released to a site called Eurogamer, and all they said was, we have a new thing coming. It's to integrate it with RaceNet, but it's taking a little longer than planned. But why shut your forum down in the interim then? Why not just have your forum up and say, we're not developing the forum at this point, we've got a new one coming, please keep your comments coming and please be patient. You know, why do you need to let your contract expire?
They get too much stick for their products, and rightly so.
They deserve to get too much stick. You deserve all the criticism you get if you make a game that's broken. It's like there was a company recently who were contracted to make the official Ashes cricket game, and it was so buggy and bad, it actually got withdrawn from sale. It was that bad. There's one clip where one guy balks, does a run, and the fielders spend literally 5 minutes throwing the ball to each other, and so the guy amasses something like 15 runs. There's a clip of it on YouTube, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm like, how do people not spot things like that before they release the game? Surely you'd look at it and go, guys, I don't think this is quite what we envisaged for the final product, really. Anyone else agree? At least that's what I'd expect.
Well, we've got Andy really starting to turn the screw. He's not far off LGS now.
Well, those tyres will be taking an absolute beating. He's going for the sprint approach, all-out attack. He's obviously seen that he's got nothing to lose. In the pits, meanwhile, I think that's Connorized, who's probably been lapped. Motorsport Nerd saying Andy has gained 3 seconds on LGS in over 2 laps. Yes, he has. His pace is just that extraordinary. I don't know where he finds it, but however he's doing it, it looks perfectly clean. It's just unbelievably fast.
He will take the championship lead with this as well, I think, even if he finishes second.
Yeah, because Hamilton's not here.
Hamilton's not here, no. And who else is up there this season?
Wasn't F1 Nige?
I think F1 Nige is. I'll just have a quick check.
Motorsport Nerd, you're the guy, you're the stats man. Get on my stream, tell me what the results would be for the F1 division if it stays they are. Sounding like a boss there, telling people what to do. Yes,
so we've got Lewis Hamilton's on 66, we've got Nige on 60, and then on 56 points is Andy. So if Andy scores what he does now,
scored. Andy's going to fancy a move here. Coming into the Ratcast, he's right under the wing of LGS, but he's gone a bit wide in the first part of Ratcast. Oh, but LGS made a mistake at the final corner. However, well,
if it stays
still
how
not close
it is,
enough.
Andy will have a 3-point lead on Nige.
Well, the Statsman said 10-4 to my request, so we'll just get official confirmation. And nice goal, Andy is thinking about the outside of Casino Square, but he's had to back out. He's just too far back. But he may fancy a go through Mirabeau or Lowe's here. He's just got so much more confidence. Meanwhile, a guy called Mr. Mad1234 says, hi guys, this is a brilliant, nice stream. Thank you very much for your comments. Please keep watching. In the meantime, Ice Cold Andy is getting very close to the back here of LGS, going through the corner just before the tunnel. Can he get close enough for an attack into the Nouvelle chicane? We've seen he's like 2 seconds a lap quicker. He's got the confidence in the car, but he's just too close to the back. He's not there when he needs to be, and he's just had to bail out of that move. going into the back. Both guys pretty much taking that corner flat now. With the fuel being burned off at this very late phase of the race, the confidence in the car increases. And look at Andy, he's made a massive gain through the swimming pool chicane there into the Rascasse, ignoring the first apex, getting a beautiful run, but he's got no curves here. He's brushed the wall in the final corner. There goes the DRS flap. Oh, he's got it open, pushing very, very close here, but into Sandoval, he's just too far behind. Meanwhile, Mr. Mads has no problem, and he's in London. Well, big respect for you. I'm up in Manchester. Dan's not too far away from you, know. Meanwhile, Ice Cold Andy trying to get a good run through Casino Square, but he's just run out of grip there down towards Mirabeau.
Check out our website if you want to. We're exciteracingleague.co.uk or .com. Check it out.
Well, in the meantime, Ice Cold Andy's got a better run through Lowe's hairpin, down towards the corners of 9 and 10, into the chicane, and before that we've got the tunnel. Listen to the engine noise through here. Absolutely beautiful sound. Going down the straights here towards the Nouvelle chicane. Oh, but once more, LGS planks the car right in the middle of the track. He's not going to make this easy. He pulls to the inside for Tabak, thinking Andy might make an attempt there, but Andy thinks better of it. Going through to the swim pool section, into this very tight chicane. Don't go too close to the bollard on the inside unless you want wing damage. Well, Andy's made a mistake there, got out of the gas, and he's flown too far back. But a mistake as well from LGS. Goes too wide at the Rascasse. But once again, Andy's just not close enough.
And he's lagging a little bit of mine. Hope it doesn't. His lap times are 15 there. Oh dear, he's even more now. No, 10 laps to go.
Oh no, please don't go now. Do not fail us now. We've already lost 2 people. Come on, hold in there. Reliability is something the game itself doesn't officially have, but it may as well do. F19 is retired from the race.
Get him in.
What was that about? Why has F19 retired? Sorry for you guys who are coming to see my options. It's the only way I can get him into the car, I'm afraid. Ice Cold Andy, it sounds like he's had some kind of fuel failure, but mistake from LGS at the Nouvelle chicane. F19, what happened to forced retirement, mate?
Got my wing for like the 4th time. Chicane got a drive through.
I mean, he's still been on for some solid points even with the drive-through. Did you think about hanging on?
No, because apparently you get the points anyway, and I'd have been dead last, so it made no difference whether I carried on or retired.
Oh, it is 6 points.
But other than that, your race was pretty strong, because early on you seem to have quite a few problems. Like, we did see you down right at the bookend of the points after the early laps. Was there some kind of incident that you got involved in, or did you get drive-throughs or something?
I got smashed into the outside barrier. Is it Mirabeau?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the outside where you got the run off to the left.
Yeah. I think a couple hit Nutters from behind. Then Nuts ploughed into me, and then I went into the barrier. Lost my front wing, so I went and served the pit stop. Then came out, and then had another trip into the pit street, smashing my own wing off.
That's why you were a lap down then. But then,
exactly.
You actually held on to him for, well, not held on, but your pace wasn't too bad in comparison to Andy. Then you got the luck of the safer car and came into a good position.
Speaking of you, Jules, of Andy F19, there was one thing that made me a bit weird. In the tunnel, you appeared to just let him through. Was that some kind of glitch with blue flags or something?
No, that was me letting him through.
And he's going to disconnect.
He caught up with me so quickly because I was on like quite badly worn tyres, and the plan was that I wasn't going to catch up to LGS, and I knew that Andy would, so I was hoping to hang on to Andy and then maybe, them two duel and try and nick a few more points, but that was just cross thinking, and it never paid off.
Oh well, that was a great shame because you were doing really, really well. And yes, we are aware, Motorsport Nerd, that Andy is lagging. What can we do about it? We can't reach him at the moment, and with the way the game's been designed this year, we're seeing disconnections, we're seeing lags. Unfortunately, it's out of our hands. All we can do is watch and look on. Can Andy manage to drag this car to the flag? There's only 7 laps to go. Can he hang on?
I hope he does, because he has been rather unlucky of late, but 7 more laps.
Well, meantime, XRL Lightning is closing him down at a rate of knots in P3, and down in P4 we've got Smitty Lad way behind in the going up towards Casino Square. So Lightning may be able to nick second place away from him, but if Andy can just hang on, but we have actually got a fight at the back end of the points. Jambo is right up behind Smitty Lad. Jambo's on the option tyres, Smitty Lad is on the primes. So the pace is definitely going to be in the favour of the Force India here. He almost goes into the back of Jambo at the Lowe's hairpin, but he just gets away with that. Oh, Jambo clashes the back of Smitty. Smitty damages wing in the corner before the tunnel. Jambo holds on and waits for him. Respectful driving. Looks like he was caught out by the braking of Smitty there, but this is the wrong time to be able to cause that kind of error. And now all of a sudden, Jambo may have started lagging here. Oh, this would be terrible. Please don't lose 2 more drivers. This would be an absolute disaster. Oh, his lap times have completely dropped off all of a sudden, Jambo. Ever since he let Smitty go, I think we've lost him. He's retired from the race.
Connor's just going to love this.
Connor's now running in P5 effectively.
Yeah, once he makes that move.
Ice Cold Andy is now caught up to the back of LGS. All of a sudden, battle is joined again. Maybe his catches. Oh, and Andy's sitting on the outside of Tupac. Oh, but he's had to back out at the last second. He almost went into the back of the diffuser there, going into the swim post chicane. Ice Cold Andy is all over the back of LGS. Whatever was affecting him appears to have gone. He's found the gears. LGS made a big mistake. Closer the S-Cast. And Andy's back into the lead. And he's got DRS to pull away. The pressure has told.
Team Apple's just got on. He's saying, unfortunately, about the disconnections, and I just can't believe what I've seen with LGS there. He's lost both his end plates. He's just got the bottom.
Meanwhile, Motorsport Nerd makes a very fair point on the stream, saying that Jambo did not retire in the pits. That's quite correct. He didn't. So that's something we'll have to investigate. Lap 72. Not that much investigation will be needed, because I've got footage that shows him retiring at the swimming pool chicane.
Yeah, same. Lap
72. Well, unfortunately, with the retirements and the disconnections, we appear to have got a bit of a field spread once again. Smitty Lad's now in the pits. I think he's serving a drive-through. He is. Right. Smitty Lad's serving a drive-through. Did he get a drive-through caused by the incident with Jambo? Might want to put that down so we can get his comments on that. That's lap 73, served that.
I think he had one early on in the race after the safety car, because it was a bit of a...
Yeah, he did. I followed him on board. Him and Jambo both served one at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, Connor eyes just started getting a bit wobbly all of a sudden as well. This has not been an easy race on the cars, it would seem. Everyone's struggling to make the line. Thank you all very much who stuck with us through this race. It's been a bit of a classic, really. All kinds of issues have been going on. But unfortunately, at this final part of the race, the field has spread a little bit. And with LGS's mistake at Rascas, Ice Cold Andy has now got this race in the bag, so long as he can keep that car going and cross the line. I've said it so many times before in this race, and I'm going to say it again, but to finish first you've got to finish.
So, I mean, Andy goes to 8. Yeah.
Lagging on my screen, like, he's jumping back and forth, so I couldn't judge where he was. And it was like the odd time where I tapped him on the back, so I didn't overtake him, and then obviously he was still juttering back and forth.
Yeah, we were catching that.
We were watching most of the duel with you guys, saw this footage, and if there is anything to review, obviously we'll be in contact, but from what we could see, Sean was, I've got the old case where he lagged back and forth, and it suggested it was a bit jittery, and he said himself in his driver interview that he saw it started lagging off, so it's one of those things. Again, what can we do about it? It's one of the features of the game, it's one of the things we'd love to improve, but we don't work for Codemasters, so what can we do about it? I mean, well, we've got a bit of... Alright, take care, Nige. Thank you very much for your comments. Right. Well, in the meantime, I'll give you another rundown of the fastest laps.
Stay in the lobby, Nige. Right.
He's the host, he knows the rules. Well, Ice Cold Andy's currently in P1, a 1:11.622. I don't know how you possibly do that time in race trim. I have no idea where that came from. XRL LGS, solid pace of 1:13.7 is his fastest lap. XRL Lightning in P3 on a 1:12.5, so he's shown good pace here today. Spinning on a 1:13.6, he's been pretty competitive. And then Connor Eyes, the last of the runners, on a 1:13.1. So unfortunately we do have a bit of a blow in the field action. So while we've got the chance, I'll make you aware that tomorrow night on Channel 1, we're going to be having myself and George Masters. We're going to be in the box covering the GP2 division of the same track here at Monaco. On Tuesday night then, you've got the GP3 race. On Wednesday, we have the double header of Formula 4 and Formula 5000. And then on Thursday night, we've got the 80s and 90s classic races. And then next week, it's our final race before the Christmas break. We'll be at the Ile Notre Dame at the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal. Sunday night, 8 p.m, live on Twitch Channel 1 and Twitch Channel 2. Myself and Dan Fisk bringing you coverage of that. Well, actually, no, because Dan's not going to be here next week, I just remembered.
Yeah, and you'll be getting to watch me crash into a wall tomorrow night, so why would you not want to watch that?
Also, with the pace of Sean Bean's show today, he races in GP2. He's a fantastic driver there. We've got a lot of talent in the lower divisions. Sometimes they're actually faster than the guys in F1. So if you want to see some more close wheels to the wall action, same time, same place, 8 p.m, exciteracingleague.co.uk, XRL TV, or you can also go straight to the channel on Twitch TV. Also, if we are in the top 750 streams, you can actually watch us through the Twitch app, through the Xbox itself. But
is it top 750, is it? I thought you could just search for anything.
Yes, it is. We found that out on the Formula 4 division when me and George were in the box, when me and Smitty were in the box, sorry. We had but one person watching and tried to watch it through Twitch, and it said as one of the things, top 750 streams that night you can watch through the Twitch app on Xbox.
Alright, that's pretty cool. Lightning is starting to close in on LGS, who's got severe problems with his wing. He's got 2 laps to hold on.
Yeah, 2 laps to hold on, and Lightning, well, he's pushing the boundaries a bit wide as well. Went through Casino Square's exit a bit too close to the wall there, got away with it, but brushed all the rubber off his tyres. Going into the low side, been taking a wider line, so I think he's at the end of his tyre wear. You see the tail slip when he came out of the corner at Lowe's then? Yeah,
definitely. That's what you're going to get. A lot of these guys pitted rather early. They had to do a good mid-20s, low to mid-20s on these tyres. Look at Ferrari behind him. That Ferrari's been there for a while, so Connor has got pace.
It's just a shame he's lapped, and that's the only problem. But in the meantime, going in towards the back, and the Lightning having to get out the gas once again. Oh, damage on the wall there! I think that might have been LGS's wing. I think he's lost more of his end plates. And possibly also the XRL Lightning. XRL Lightning's missing both end plates. They've got the same problem. Both guys are limited on their traction and their grip. And we're into the final lap here at Monte Carlo. Ashford Andy leads at the front, XRL LCS is second, and then XRL Lightning in P3, rounding off the top 3 positions, Smitty in 4th place, and then Connor Eyes, the last of the classified runners in the Ferrari in P5. It's been a race of attrition, it's been a race of action, and it's been a race of close racing, and we've all loved it.
Yeah, there hasn't been too much in terms of racing incidents out on the track, and that's been a good thing. We know everyone sort of fears that it's Monaco, but
first corner pile-up, everyone's worst nightmare.
But having said that, I think there's maybe more issues at other tracks this season than there has been here.
Spain was pretty poor, actually. There was poor standards all around in Spain. And maybe the drivers have seen the posts about in the stewards on the forum, exciteracingleague.com, where we've given our full perspectives, and there's been lots of penalties handed out. People are obviously trying to be a bit more conservative here, maybe, but just because they're being a bit more conservative in the behaviour does not mean they're being conservative in the pace, because these guys have been pretty quick. And Ice Cold Andy, he just rounds the final corner, goes onto the straight, his connection appears to be holding, and he takes the checkered flag at Monaco. XRL LGS just holds on, he's going to take P2, and XRL Lightning a comfortable fight back through the field to take P3. Smitty Ward is 56, he's going through the lows heavy, he's got a long way to go, but he's going to savour the chance to enjoy it, and enjoy the fact that he's out there getting some good points on the McLaren. He had concerns that his performance was just not quite going to be here today, but he's vindicated consistent pace and consistent driving. But in the meantime, we'll get the 3 drivers in for the podium interviews here. But again, thank you to all of you on twitch.tv be for watching here live and tonight here for the Formula 1 division of the Excite Racing League. We're just waiting for the drivers to come onto the podium now, but in a race of excitement and aggression, who was your driver of the day?
We have to say Andy, you know, he drove fantastically. I think a few things helped him out in terms of...
Well, in the meantime, speaking of Andy, welcome to the podium. As I say, as far as race drives go, you certainly seem to have to come back through the field quite a lot, but your pace today was truly something else.